Right, hi lads, it's Happy Homebrew Wednesday. It's not Wednesday, it's Monday, no, Tuesday morning. It is 1:30 in the morning. Just finished work. So, another little homebrew. It's this is the brown ale from the I can't remember the name of the company that do them now. I'll get back to it, I'll come back to it. And yes, I've just finished, so we'll get the top knocked off that one. It's Better Brew, that's the one. So the brown is the same people that do the stout, what I'm using for the birthday beer. It's not they're not an expensive one. They are just cheap and cheerful. I normally get them when they get close to date, to be honest, and they tend to be about £6–7, but they're a 1.8 kilo bag. So, but there she is there. Nice little head on her. Nothing special. I find with these, the dark ones, like with the stout, had that burnt barley. In the brown ale, that's exactly the same. I've done a few different ones. The lager kit, the pale ale kit, all the lighter ones don't have that. So it's obviously whatever they use to get the colour, I'm guessing, is it's like a toasted barley. With the stout, it does go away when it gets a bit older. The brown ale doesn't ever go away; it just stays there. Yeah, you can tell it's a kit beer. It's but it's all right. Again, it's good for what you're paying for it. It's ideal for me when I finish work as a nice quaffing beer. But this one actually I did brew a little bit strong. This is about 6.5%, and you can taste that on it. But it's just lightly carbonated. I don't have it too fizzy. Little bit of lacing on there. Again, I don't worry about a head of steam on my beer. It doesn't bother me if it doesn't have a head on or not. It really doesn't affect the way it tastes. I like a bit of lacing on the glass and that, and I like the way it tastes. So, but it's not like a Newcastle brown ale where you've got that like lemony on the back of it, because Newcastle brown ale's got citrus hops in. This hasn't got that. This is you've got that like initial burnt flavour to it, and it gets quite sweet on the back of it. It's a bit young, this one. As I say, normally if it's about a month old, it tends to get a lot more rounded flavours. You don't get like where you can pick them a bit apart at the moment. Give it another month or so, it just turns into one nice rounded flavoured drink. It's quite neat. Put that down. So, birthday beer, mention it again. It's done. It's in the bottles. So, we have 2 bottles. One with a pink dot, one with a blue dot. One's birthday beer, which is the stout done with the honey. The other one is stout done with maple syrup. For those out there who are getting these, you will get 2 bottles. I'm going to sit on them for at least another week. They have started to carb up, but there's still a little bit of give in them bottles. I haven't been brave enough to put any more sugar in the bottles because, to be honest, I didn't want them blown up. I didn't want them going bang. I haven't sent beer out to you before, and for the first one to be the one that goes bang, I really didn't think it was the best idea. So I've just gone with the whole leave them a little bit of sediment settling out in the bottoms of them. As I said, so they've been in the bottles just over a week now, and yeah, they're getting there. They're getting there. They are carbon. There's still a little bit of sugar left in. Again, I had first time with them, so I'm still not sure what's happening with the honey. I did check the final gravity on them, but I'm under the impression that you do end up with a little bit of the gravity on them will still be a little bit higher on the when you finish, because of what's left over off the honey. If I'm wrong, please somebody tell me. Just write a little comment and say, Paul, you're wrong. So, anyways, other than that, the other night, the cheap lager kit I got, I started to bottle it and ran out of bottle tops. And like most people, I buy bags of 50. So the 10 that's left over just get thrown into a tub, and then eventually I stopped buying them and I started using the ones out of the tub. And went to the tub and started using them and thought there'd be 40 in there, and there wasn't. There was about 34. So what was left was just over a gallon and a bit. So that got left in the fermenter, and the Cascade that I have put about 10 grams. I say about 10 grams, there was a 50 gram pack, and I took what I thought was about a fifth of it, tossed it in. I didn't bother weighing it out, I wasn't that interested, I just hide it in and we'll see what happens. If it's nice, then next time I'll weigh it out and do it a little bit better. It was just how to use some of them. I didn't want to use my PET bottles because I've got them for the SGA Pour Challenge, and I didn't have any tops, and I knew I was going to be at work today, so I wouldn't have a chance, and this was like last night, so I knew I wasn't going to get a chance today to get sorted, so that was it. Put a bit of Cascade on. I'm going to leave that for about 5-6 days, have a look at it, see how it's going. It smells lovely, really smells nice, so I'll get some more bottle tops this week and hopefully we'll get that sorted out, and that would be quite nice. And the other thing I've got on is I'm growing up some yeast. It is the Nottingham yeast, and all I'm doing is, because I haven't got a stir plate, is I made up with a Crystal 60, because I had quite a bit of Crystal 60. I had 3 kilos of it and I only need 300 grams. I just knocked a little brew up with it, put that in there, and then just put the yeast on, and I'll just keep agitating. I am feeding up a little bit of sugar in that as well. That's only been in there 2 or 3 days, so I'm going to leave it another couple of days and I'll let it settle right out. I'll tip all that off the top and I'll do a little bit more up with the Crystal 60, or I might put a bit of pale malt in as well, whatever. Maybe even just a little bit of sugar. But just so I can grow that up a little bit for when I do the all grain, which I've now got the brew kettle done. I'm pretty much sorted. I just need to wait for the break in the weather. Everybody else seems to be getting nice weather. We've got at the moment, I've just came in, it's like pea soup out there, and it's been wet. I was off 4 days and it rained and it was nasty for 4 days, so I never got that done. So we'll just have to wait and hope get a little break in the weather, and I'll get the boil kettle. I have checked it since I had that little problem with it, having that little leak on it. I used some window frame sealer. It was no problem whatsoever. When you look inside the pot, you can't actually see any of it, because when I put the window sealer on the outside, when the rubber's squeezed, it's the rubber squeezed on the inside, and it's just got a bit of sealer on the outside, so it should be fine. I've also had it today, and I put 22 litres of water in it today, and I brought it up to a boil. It hasn't leaked at all. It seems absolutely spot on. I am going to have to put a little plastic casing or something around where the wires are on the outside, because I hadn't really thought much about that at the time, and it is just waiting to go bang for something to get spilt on it or something to go wrong. So I'm just going to use a plastic, like a little snap top plastic box, and cut the back out of it and put that on with the lid over it, and that should work. I'll show you that. I might, we're up to 8.5 minutes, so I might tag it on the end of this. I just, as I say, you know the rules, I can't drink during the day, so if I want to review a little beer, I have to do it when I finish. So, and eat this. Cheers. Hi there, sorry about the lighting last night, I didn't realise how dark it was. I haven't got time to stick anything on the end of this, so until next time, thanks very much. If I don't see you before, see you then, in a bit.